Hello and welcome to a special edition of Heimler's History. Watch this.
Alright, so we've been waiting for about 5 minutes! Yes! May! 1,000! 1,000! Come here! No, you come here! No!
I can't even believe that. I'm so grateful for each and every person who has chosen to hit that subscribe button and join the Heimler Nation. It feels like such a gift to have all of you in this with me. Now, if you'll remember back in the 400 subscriber video, I said that if we hit this milestone that I would release this kooky little video that I recorded, and so I'm going to put that in here at the end. But before we get to all that, my family and I have been really celebrating this milestone and enjoying ourselves, and my kids were like, we've got to make 1,000 subscriber special. And I said, yes, do you have any ideas? And they said, why don't we play Minecraft for about an hour? I think your subscribers would really love that. To which I said, I don't think people really come to my channel to watch me play Minecraft. To which they said, okay, let's play Roblox instead. To which I said, I don't think that's a very good idea either. And then they came up with the most magnificent of ideas to list the American presidents from beginning to end, and I said, nailed it. So, without further ado, enjoy the American presidents.
George Washington,
John Adams,
Thomas Jefferson,
James Madison,
James Monroe,
John Quincy Adams,
Andrew Jackson,
Martin Van Buren,
William Henry Harrison,
John Tyler,
James Polk,
Zachary Taylor,
Millard Fillmore,
Franklin Pierce,
James Buchanan,
Abraham Lincoln,
Andrew Johnson,
Ulysses S. Grant,
Rutherford B. Hayes,
Garfield,
Chester Arthur,
Grover Cleveland,
Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley,
Teddy Roosevelt,
William Howard Taft,
Woodrow Wilson,
Warren G. Harding,
Calvin Coolidge,
Herbert Hoover,
Franklin Roosevelt,
Harry Truman,
Dwight Eisenhower,
John F. Kennedy,
Lyndon B. Johnson,
Richard Nixon,
Gerald Ford,
Jimmy Carter,
Ronald Reagan,
George H. W. Bush,
Bill Clinton,
George W. Bush,
Barack Obama,
Dan Jim.
Over on my Instagram page, I asked if anybody had any questions they wanted me to answer in this video, and I got a metric buttload of them, so let's get into the Q&A portion. Question: how much work goes into each episode of Heimler's History? Good question. From research, to writing, to recording, to editing, to uploading, to putting all the descriptions and tags into YouTube, it's usually between 5 and 6 hours per video. Question: would you prefer 5 pounds of gummy bears or 1,000 subscribers? Look, no one loves gummy bears more than me, that's for sure. But 5 pounds of gummy bears would only last me for a couple evenings of stress eating, and 1,000 subscribers are gonna last me a lifetime. Question: would you rather have spaghetti for eyelashes or gummy bears for toes? Another great question. Spaghetti for eyelashes, hands down, because if my toes were made out of gummy bears, that would be a real problem for me, because toes are important for balance, and for walking, and for running, and for doing all manner of things in life, and if they were made out of gummy bears, I'd be eating them. Question. Okay, a lot of these have to do with gummy bears. Would you rather have a lifetime supply of gummy bears or a lifetime supply of fishing gear? Again, I don't even have to think about this one. Gummy bears, hands down. Fishing equipment, last and last and last and last, especially if it's good fishing equipment. Gummy bears, do not. Question. Would you switch to bass fishing if somebody said they would give you a bass boat and a truck if you did? Answer: get thee behind me, Satan. First of all, bass aren't even fish. Second of all, no. Question: will you still remember us when you become the next big meme? Answer: I'm willing to remember anyone for a certain poundage of gummy bears per week, and I know what that sounds like, but yes, my affection can be purchased. Question: what inspired you to grow a beard? I've always wanted to know. It's really because of my chin problems. Hey honey, what do you think of my chin?
What chin?
Exactly. Question: did your hair migrate down to your chin? Does it return annually depending on the season? First of all, that hurts here and here. And if you must know, my hair started receding when I was 16 years old in high school, and I assure you that it never returns to the top. Question: pirates or ninjas? Pirates, because I feel like they'd be more fun, you know? You can hang out, have a party with them on their ship. But with a ninja, I feel like if you wanted to hang out with them, they'd be all shifty-like, and you can never find them when you wanted to hang out. Question: boxers or briefs? Answer: stop it. Question: if you had to fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses, which one would you choose and why? Easy, one horse-sized duck. I mean, it seems more valiant to slay a horse-sized duck than to, you know, just kick to death a bunch of duck-sized horses. I mean, who's gonna write a song about a guy who killed a bunch of ducks? Question, what is your favorite topic in world history and why? I love talking about the old humans and their cave paintings. And there's something I love about shattering the stereotype that the caveman was just this guy who walked around the club bashing women on the head and dragging them back to his cave. That's not the way it was. These people were actually artists, and I love that. And the Protestant Reformation. I love me some Martin Luther and some John Calvin. Question, what is your favorite song? Well, that depends on the season, but right now it's From Now On from the Greatest Showman soundtrack, but talk to me next week after I saw Hamilton, it'll probably be It's Quiet Uptown. Question, what would... It's a great question. What would you do if there was a child right in front of you? I would ask him to close his eyes and play toe or finger. It's this great game where one person closes their eyes and another person passes either a toe or a finger under their nose, and they have to guess whether... Question, what would be your first executive order as president? Government funded Chipotle every Tuesday. Question, can you summarize the word history with a haiku? No. Question, when did you know that Josh Seiler was your favorite student? I think you know when. Is that vague enough? Question, what's it like to be famous? And what's it like to be an internet sensation? I mean, you know, it's not easy. Everywhere I go, you know, I feel people are watching me, wondering, hey, isn't that the guy from YouTube who makes the history videos? He's got like 1,000 subscribers. Isn't that him? People are just always asking me for selfies and to sign things, and I feel uncomfortable with it, and they don't actually ask for that stuff, but like I know they're thinking it, and I know they don't want to bother me, but I can tell everybody's talking about me. And they're actually really good at pretending, because it doesn't actually look like they're thinking about me or talking about me, but I know they are. Don't his videos get dozens of views? I mean, it's hard, but you know, I chose this. Question, how does it feel to have 1,000 subscribers? Okay, in all honesty, it feels pretty overwhelming. I love that all of you have signed on to this little project that I've done, and I'm grateful to every one of you. I'm gonna try to serve you the best way that I know how to, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, last question. What is your all-time favorite dad joke? Okay, anyone who's been in my class knows the answer to this question, but just get ready. It's better each time you hear it. Ready? If you're Russian and you're procrastinating, are you Stalin or just Putin it off? I once told that joke to a Russian friend of mine. They thought it was hilarious. Alright, well thank you for all the questions. I hope the answers did you some good. And I have to say thank you to all the people who have subscribed to this channel and left comments and liked my videos and encouraged me to keep going. This means the world to me. And if you're out there, you're watching this and you're not part of the Heimler Nation yet, you haven't yet subscribed, well then consider subscribing. There's a lot more in store for this channel this summer and the next year, and so subscribe, hit that little bell that's next to it so you'll get notified every time I post some new shenanigans, and I'd be glad to welcome you into the nation. And to be honest, I would love to see the Heimler Nation grow, because I love producing this content for y'all, and the more it grows, the more people subscribe, the more people like the videos and hit the bell and all that sort of thing, the more that YouTube recommends this channel and the more the nation grows. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, you know what to do. Okay, without further ado, the video that I promised. Okay, you'll need a little bit of context so it'll all make sense. So last year I recorded this video on the ratification of the Constitution, and I didn't even know until I sat down to edit the thing that there was this thing in my beard, like a little piece of straw in my beard the entire time, and I was faced with a choice. I could either leave it in and hope that nobody noticed it, or I could re-record the whole thing. Now I didn't want to re-record the whole thing. I was out of time and I just couldn't do it. So I decided to edit the whole thing with the straw in my beard and hope that nobody noticed. So I put the whole thing together and I invited my wife downstairs and asked her to watch it without telling her about it, and within like 5 seconds she was doubled over in laughter watching this thing just flap in the breeze as I talked. And that's when I realized I had a second choice, is either re-record the thing or just own it and put it out there. Well, I chose to own it and put it out there, but I recorded a little introduction to it just to say, hey, I know it's there, and I just want you to know that I know that. And I was pleased with this little introduction, but when I showed it to a few people, they were like, it's a little weird. I don't know if anybody's gonna get it. But now that you've been around for a while, you kind of get my sense of humor. I think you'll appreciate it now. And just in case you were wondering, I did end up re-recording the ratification video. So anyway, I'm gonna roll it now. Thank you again for subscribing and joining this project. I hope to see you all around this summer. Before you watch this lecture on the ratification of the Constitution, I have something rather personal to share with you. You may have noticed I have this magnificent beard, and for years I've struggled with a little-known sickness associated with it, and I wanted to come out publicly and embrace it. It's called unknowing beard repository syndrome. Essentially, I've lost all the nerve endings in the tips of my beard hairs, which makes it impossible for me to know when there's something in my beard. Sometimes it happens when I'm with my friends at a restaurant, and I thought we were all laughing at a funny story, but they were laughing at the queso in my beard. And I've hidden this for a long time. And then I made this video you're about to see, and when I was editing, I saw this. My shame was on public display. I thought, maybe I should refilm it and keep hiding. No one will be able to focus on anything except that dangler in your beard. But I decided to leave it. And today is the first day of the rest of my life. So love me or hate me. This is who I am.